Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. Today we're going to do a tutorial. We're going to do another shawl tutorial, and this one is going to be for a triangular shawl. And it's not going to have a seam down the middle like some shawls do, like the traditional triangular shawls that you see. It's just going to be back and forth garter stitch. And if you are into that, then hang around and let's do it. All right, now we need to search for some yarn to use for the tutorial. I have just got yarn stored everywhere, even here beside my recliner. And we'll go back to the yarn room and show you more back there in a minute. I've also got a basket of projects going on right here by the fireplace. And there's my daughter's graduation picture. All right, excuse the lighting in here. I have got to get a better lighting. All I have is the ceiling fan light right now, but well, usually I have better results when I teach with chunky yarn, but you guys can use any yarn. This is like DK weight, I think, or fingering. Whatever you want to use for your shawl will work. I think I'm going to teach with a bulky yarn and probably a light color. So let me decide what I'm going to use, and I will meet you guys back at the table. All right, I think we're actually going to use this avocado colored yarn. So I actually decided to go with a bulky yarn. This is, I think it was called Jiffy, Lion Brand Jiffy. I don't know if they make this anymore, but just doing some stash busting. And I'm gonna use number 10.5, and they're 6.5 millimeter needles. These are the knit lights, which I've never used the lights on. That was, a gimmicky kind of thing, I guess. I don't even know if they have these anymore either. But anyway, let's get started. Oh, and on a side note, the recommended needle size for this yarn said number 10, which is 6 millimeter. But when you're doing a shawl, I like it to be a little more loose, so I usually go up a size or two. So that's why I'm going to use 10.5, the 6.5 millimeter needles. Okay guys, I think for this video, I'm going to show you the absolute easiest triangle that you can do. And then we may do a series. Would you guys like to see a series on different styles of shawls? I actually shared how to make an asymmetrical shawl in a previous video tutorial, so I will link to that at the end. This one is going to be the absolute easiest you have ever seen, okay? We're going to start with a slip knot. And the way I do my slip knot is I wrap it around my finger, twist, and then you see how it's right here. And then I bring the long end up through the hole. Grab it and pull. Oh, I'm clacking against the tripod, sorry guys. But that is how I do my slip knot. Let me show you one more time. Let me put these down so that they will stop clacking. We're gonna wrap it around my finger. Okay, you see that right there? The long end is on top. So we're going to bring it up through the hole. And there's your slip knot. Okay, we're going to put the needle in the hole and snug it up. Now guys, this is where it's going to get super crazy. I mean, as in so easy that you won't believe it. So we've got one stitch on the needle. We're going to turn it. We're going to take our next needle And we're actually going to yarn over and knit that stitch. You now have 2 stitches on your needle. You turn, once again, you're going to yarn over and knit those 2 stitches. Do you guys see what's happening here? You're increasing 1 stitch every time you turn. You turn. Okay, this may not be the best setup because that or these needles are way too long. They are the super long needles, guys, so I apologize for that clacking sound. But I will have a different setup for the next tutorial. Once again, we're going to yarn over, okay? Bring it to the front and knit those stitches that are already on your needle. Guys, this is literally all there is to it. You can kind of see the little triangle beginning. Turn again. Take your yarn over, come to the front, and knit across. And you can see that we are growing on every row. So look at the little triangle forming. I'll do a little bit more. I figured we'd start simple, like super simple. I know there's different ways to make shawls. Whoops, I was getting ready to knit. I start talking and I forget what I'm doing. So let's yarn over. It's just a yarn over and then come around underneath. At the beginning of every row, that's all you do, and you just keep knitting. I'm going to keep doing this while I tell you what I was going to say. So I know there's lots of other ways to make shawls. Some of them start with a garter stitch tab at the top, and you increase on your way down. Let's turn again. Let's focus while oh my gosh, this is so awkward with these long needles. I usually like to use circular needles, you know, they've got the loop or the strand between the ends and they don't stick out like this. Just use whatever needle is more comfortable for you, but I couldn't find my 10.5, so that's why I'm using these. But we yarned over, we're gonna knit across. But yeah, I know sometimes people don't like making that garter stitch tab on those triangular shawls that you have to start like that to knit from the top down. This one is actually a bottom up, and you just keep doing this until you get it to the width that you want or the size that you want. And that's literally all there is to it. But I was thinking, guys, I'm gonna start a shawl series, and we will go through teaching all the different types of shawls that I can come up with, and just the basics. We may end up doing some extra stitches, like decorative stitches at some point in between, but I thought I would share different ways to just make a basic shawl. So we start with this one, and it's just knit all the way across. And look at that little triangle coming along. It's really, really mindless and relaxing once you get the hang of it. Once you don't forget to do your yarn over at the beginning, bring it around underneath to the front, and then do your knitting all the way across. But yeah, so let me know if you guys have ever seen this technique before and what you think of it. If you guys are going to make a shawl like this, get you some mindless knitting time in. It's very relaxing, therapeutic. And yeah, that is it, guys. I think in the next tutorial we'll do another bottom up like this, except we'll do our increases on each side. It'll be a little different. And you'll be able to put in eyelets on the edges, or you can have it solid like this. I'll explain how to do the different techniques. Whoops, there we went. See, I start talking and then I start to, I was gonna knit that first stitch, but no, we wanna yarn over, come around to the front, and do our knitting all the way across. So I think I'll end the video here. If you guys missed my last vlog, I did vlog a little bit recently. I've had a vlog going on for a while. I just hadn't done much on it, hadn't posted very many updates since last year, but I think I'm gonna try to get back into vlogging as well and letting you guys know what I've been up to, showing you a bit of my everyday life here in Las Vegas Valley, and I'm gonna keep doing tutorials. So that said, I'm gonna let you guys go for now, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you again in the next one. And let me know down below in the comments if there are any other techniques or styles that you want to learn. I'm always open to teaching other things, other techniques and stitches. So I will see you again next time. Happy knitting, guys. Bye.